Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's good? Shoot, shoot, shoot. We are here, bro. It's chapter. Oh no, this is gaming. Yeah, it's live. Yo, it's also almost the new year, gangies. No shotguns. Yeah, this is a late stream though, for sure. I was cooking. That's all I can tell y'all. Like actually cooking. Making some food. I was hungry. Hungry hippos. But yo, we out here. Ah, my back, bro. Oh, yeah, there we go. That crack felt. Why did I open back NVIDIA? Close. There we go. But yeah, we reacted to chapter 1170 called Contradictions is the name of this chapter. And it seems it's funny and ironic that it's named that because it seems to have bred a bunch of contradictions within the community. I.e., people just straight up not understanding the manga as usual. But you know what? We're going to push through a chat. We're going to do our thing. And yeah. The hammer sneak attacks. Bastard who threw that hammer and me, come on out. There's got to be someone here. Whatever, I have to eat the devil fruit. Chitty chitty, squeak squeak, crack crack. Alright, because the hammer is, whoa, you gotta be kidding me. There's no way it's that heavy. Nah, bro, it's attacking you. The hell is going on? Is this decrepit old castle just falling apart? Nah, G. Your efforts are futile, Loki. Generations of rulers have watched over that devil fruit. Yet for centuries it has gone uneaten, not by choice, but because no one could eat it. Ragnar simply hasn't deemed anyone worthy. But with my current strength, boom! We got the left hand of the Pirate King and the Pirate King's adopted son, the future Yonko, Emperor Red-Haired Shanks. You all already know what it is, and what it, what it should be. Yo, that was a lot of words. Oh, this kid is here again. But yeah, we got Gaban and Shanks hitting him with the advanced conquerors. Those wounds are already causing him a lot of pain. His healing abilities are struggling to keep up. Don't let up and he'll eventually be driven into a corner. Folks like him are weak to conqueror's haki coating. Gaban! You dare oppose me? Gya! Grah! You bet we can't let you run wild just because you've gone crazy. Gaban-san, you're familiar with the weaknesses of the Knights of God. I can't remember how many times they tried to take you back. That red-haired boy, we know you have him. He looks just like our captain's son. Hand him over. Back then I'd slice him up and we'd send them packing. Oh yeah, that Summers guy did mention something like that. Yo! So you telling me Summers used to pull up just for Gaban to slice him up and then go back home. Yo, peak, bruh. Peak. Frankly, it's surprising that a fighting force like that originates from the Holy Land. Most celestial dragons are useless. Those guys consider themselves divine, living sedentary lives, and keeping well clear of our world. Meanwhile, my life's always giving me the chills. You can call that fate. TCB. TCB. The translations, big dogs. The translations. We need time. Yeah. Yaban-san, I want to save Harold, but you're the one who told me how hopeless it is when someone becomes a knight of God. I'm afraid Loki's our best bet. Ooh. What is it? Man, I just can't wait to get my new parts, bro. Don't make me repeat myself. Move it, hammer, wheeze, wheeze. So you're basically the National Treasure's guardian. How can you even move? What is going on? I'm so over this. Yo, look, he's frustrated. Damn, Ragnar shattered his other hammer, bruh. Yeah, my hammer. Ooh. Oh, you see, he transformed back into. I'm guessing this is its hybrid form since it's a mythical zone. Squirrel hammer hybrid, bruh. Oh, look, he actually put a hole in the top. Damn. Be gone. How are we supposed to end this? Well, honestly, I've never fought one who has conquerors too, so none of the Holy Knights, or at least none of the Holy Knights that we've seen, because I saw someone in my comments say something about Garling, us not actually seeing Garling fight one-on-one, so we don't know if he has conquerors or not, you know what I'm saying? Which is a valid take. It's not a crazy, it's not a crazy thing to say. Hold on, chat. Need some water. Whew. Soldiers, stop Harold. We can't allow him to get his hands on that devil fruit. Yo, Ja Rule bleed. Oh, my voice just cracked, bro. Damn, I'm in my 20s. We can't allow him to get his hands on that devil fruit. Ja Rule bleeding out from his head, bro. Yeah, that helmet might be a mythical weapon as well, bro. Oh, no. Look, all these guys just dying, bro. Harold's slaughtering them all. Like, these are all the bones in the background. Imagine when this gets animated in 2027, because that's when it's gonna happen. Make no joke, bro. We're not getting this next year. With this new seasonal format, shucks, we might get this in 2028 or 2029, bro. But as soon as the manga ends, bro, they're gonna speed it to hell up. I promise you. That's the only reason why they're slowing it down. Damn, bro. Jeez. Look how tiny the fruit is in comparison to Loki, bro. Like, just one swallow after Tosca gave him the fruit. Roar! Oh, that looks tough, bro. Look how gigantic he is, bro. Squeak. Oh, he's happy. Bro, look how massive Loki is in this form. Like, how do we know he has the Nidhogg fruit, bruh? We actually have no idea which devil fruit he has, because it's like... we see he has claws and spikes, but for all we know, it could still be Fenrir. Right, Tosca's happy. Oh, look at the flames. Did you eat it, Loki? Show me its legendary power. Oh, bruh, like, damn. Boom, boom. Harold regenning. And then we see Loki, he's holding him here. Huff, huff, I knew it, Loki. You have the blood of a conqueror flowing inside you. These panels, Oda drew this so interesting, bruh. I guess it's because people have been frying him about his fight choreography. JK, that kind of criticism doesn't reach Oda. Okay, let's see if we can decipher this. So Harold is using the axe and this thing, and he slices Loki. But it seems that Loki has some kind of regeneration with his devil fruit. And he's piecing Harold up, bro. Like, absolutely beating the living crap out of him. And then he goes back into human form in Ragni and he lifts it. Yeah, Advanced Conqueror's quoting right there, bro. Okay. So it seems what ABD says about... Because I saw Anime Balls Deep, if you all don't know who that is. They made a Twitter post, bro. And they said that what happened here is that Loki's devil fruit is actually a hard counter towards Emu's powers. And it seems to be right, because it's only after fighting him with the legendary fruit that Harold managed to come back to his senses for a second. Like, whatever Loki did, he knocked the living crap out of him, bro. No, this moment right here. He holds Harold's head. he holds Harold's head and then he transforms back into his natural form. And then he picks up Ragnar. So whatever the power of this devil fruit is, it seems to have broken the control that Emu had over Harold for a split second. And then this Conqueror's coating here, I feel is just like, you see, this is what I'm saying again. Like, I just made a video where I said this, but Loki's fight history, as far as we've seen, isn't like magnificent. You know what I'm saying? And then this makes sense with what Loki said. On that day, he wasn't able to verbalize his power. I think fighting Harold and eating the devil fruit awakened Loki's Conqueror's Haki. And in that moment, maybe Ragnar, similar to the way that Edma forces Haki out of Zoro, Ragnar did the same thing to Loki. He just wasn't able to like properly control his power. So this is like an instinctual thing. The same way how when Kobe did Honesty Impact for the first time, he didn't actually like think he was like gonna output this crazy amount of Conqueror's Haki. He just put his all into the attack. That's what Zoro said also when he used Conqueror's coating for the first time, bruh. So then, we got this confirmation from Harold. I knew it, Loki. You have the blood of a conqueror flowing inside you. Hey, you've come back to your senses then. It won't last. Don't drop your guard. Look around. I'm beyond redemption anyway. You were being controlled, weren't you? Not quite. It's more like that thing is influencing my thoughts. I started to consider myself a god. You have what it takes to lead Elbaf well. Try to get along more with your brother, though. You're the worst, you know that. I think Shanks also feels like a failure here. Because he came to Elbaf specifically to warn Harold about becoming a holy knight. And he failed in that mission. But like, bro, yeah, why the hell were you taking a bath with Gaban? Maybe he thought he'd catch up with Gaban first and then use that as a way to like get to Harold. Because he figured like, just come in the country unannounced like that. He's a pirate and a holy knight, like a lot of politics activated there, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. Having your own son take your life? What kind of a father does that? One last thing I almost forgot. I wanted to thank you about Ida. What are you burning down Alcohol Village didn't make her better, but I was touched by how much you loved her. Hurry, it's taking me over again. I'll never forgive you for making me do all the dirty work here. I love you too. Damn, bruh. Boom! Oh, yeah, nah. So, you see, bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Ragnar is doing a lot of the heavy lifting with this strike. If you actually read the manga, bro. Like, when Ragnar strikes him, he summons lightning, and it's quoted in Conqueror's Haki. Oh, wow, bruh. Like, the strike. Yo, this panel is so tough, bro. Jeez. And right here, bro. He used Ryu. Loki used Ryu, son. He didn't even know he used it, bruh. Maybe it's a side effect of Ragnar. I want to go back up just a little bit more and read that again, bruh. Like, bruh. Because, look. This attack is very much like the type of attack that Roger and Whitebeard clashed on when Odin was on his crew. Because you can see the hammer stops like right here, bruh. Hold on, let me move this so y'all can see what I'm talking about on YouTube. Right here you can see the hammer makes a hard stop, but the impact, it's like, and all of this around here is lightning as well, bruh. So on top of impacting him with Ryu and Advanced Conquerors, he's zapping him with lightning, and that's what kills Harold. The Haki goes inside of his body, bruh, and blows him up along with the lightning strike. Like, look, he's attacking him from the inside and the outside at the same time. So people are talking about, see, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, One Piece fans, man. People talking about, oh, the only way to counter regen is with Haki. No, bruh. It's to overwhelm the regen. Kind of like with Maharaga from Jujutsu Kaisen. You need to hit them with an attack that can overwhelm all their powers at once. That's what Loki does here. He uses the advanced he quotes his attack in Advanced Conquerors to nullify the regeneration. Then he hits him with Ryu, so the armament Haki flows inside of his body and it blows him up from the inside because that's what Ryu does. And then the lightning on the outside is also weakening, is also attacking Harold because the Advanced Conquerors is stopping the regeneration. And that's what causes him to basically shatter. Loki, my dear son, the only thing that really matters is securing Elbaf's future. Bruh. Bruh, like, he's having memories of his father when he was younger, bruh. Like, only memories last. Nah, bruh. Loki needs to join the Straw Hats, bro. He needs to join that crew. My boy needs a family. I don't care what none of y'all say, bro. This top tier character. Like, this is what the flashback was about, bro. Everything that they did, it was like, bro, the focus, we put too much of the focus on Harold and Rox, bro. The focus was always low-key. Because, bro, like, this scene right here, bro. Like, bro is crying, bro. That's his dad. He just had to slime him out, bro. Yo. Yo, is this Harold talking to him through the voice of all things in the end here? Because this looks a whole lot like what Rox at the end when he died and he was talking to Roger and what Rox was saying at the end when Roger and Gap had already defeated him and he was speaking through the voice of all things. But this could also be why Loki wants to destroy Elbaf. This here, he has resentment because Harold dedicated his entire life. Even in his dying moments, it seems he's telling him here, Loki, my dear son, the only thing that really matters is securing Elbaf's future. Like, Harold, like, I saw someone on Twitter, this account, she's, I don't know if she or he, but they're a Nami Stan account. They've been talking crap about Harold since the beginning because they're like, he's a terrible father. And he is. He truly is, bro. He gave everything. He gave his entire life to secure Elbaf's future. But he didn't take care of his kids, bro. He really didn't. Ida died under his watch. Loki's biological mother, can't even remember her name, died under his watch. Like, Loki and Hajri hate each other. And then he was so gullible that he allowed himself to be tricked by the world government, bro. It's exactly like, bro, Rox's words echo out even in Harold's last moments, bro. Where was his warrior pride? It's great for you to want to do everything you can for your nation, but you're also a man and a father. You have to have your pride and stand for what you believe in. Like, yeah, he wanted to change Elbaf, most likely, so he probably could have married either. But that, like, it misguided him heavily, bro. But right here, yeah, it's definitely the devil fruit when Loki touched him on his head here. Look at this, yeah, it looks like hybrid form. Maybe it really is Needhog. Because look at this shape right here, bruh. Damn. It's a tough one here, chat. It's a tough one, really. I just like... Yo, what's good, King Robbie? I kind of feel sad for Harold as well, bruh. I mourn the person that Harold could have been. If I'm from, yeah, I'm from Trinidad, yeah. Word up, big up the 868. Like, for real, bruh. Because, yeah, like, what Loki said here at the end as well is also so true. I'll never forgive you for making me do all the dirty work here. Loki's always the one who's like, even burning down Alcohol Village. Yo, appreciate the likes, car. Like, Harold probably wanted to do the same thing, but he couldn't. He couldn't because of the confines of a king. That's why I honestly think Hajruddin is gonna become the king of Elbaf because of like everything that he went through with his mother not being like accepted by the people of Elbaf, and Loki is gonna go on to join the Straw Hats and sail the seas, bruh. Hajruddin is the king that they need. Loki, I think. Yo, but honestly, bro, this was a peak chapter. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it kind of makes sense. We don't even get to see the devil fruit, but how we going on fit? So I think that the hammer, the devil fruit powers that this hammer has, it'll allow Loki to shrink. Either that, or they're gonna get a second ship to sail with them at the same time. Because Oda said in his Jump Fest message this year that after this chapter they're gonna be going to the island that only the Pirate King has been at. Which means that after this, like, Elbaf might be the final arc where we see the Straw Hats in the configuration that we've seen them up until now, which is like them solely sailing on the Sunny. After this, from the Adam board, yeah, exactly. That's what I think they're gonna do. Whether or not Loki, none of them have Haki, they can learn. But from what we've seen, like, not all the Loki top 5, definitely. Loki's kind of like in a spot I feel that Luffy is in a sort of way, bro. Only Luffy, Zoro, Jinbei. Usopp has Haki. Sanji is gonna awaken Conqueror's Haki this arc for sure. Like, that is happening, man. So we got Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Usopp, Jinbei. All 5 of them know Haki. Tell me my theory about Mihawk. Oh, easy, bro. I just posted one actually. Shanks. Yeah, Shanks got as strong as he is now from fighting Mihawk. Only future sight, but that's still Haki though. Like, Usopp with that future sight is going to be more dangerous than anyone else, bro. I'm telling you. Because if you add his sniper abilities onto that, it'll be insane. But yeah, Shanks got as strong as he is now from fighting Mihawk, bro. I guarantee it. I'm telling you. Because, like, as we see him here, he lost against Harold. He wasn't able to do as much damage. But when he faces off against Loki, who arguably has a stronger devil fruit, who arguably is stronger than Harold because of his devil fruit, but he has a lack of experience in fighting, so he's not as dangerous. He's able to defeat him. I think the gap there is Mihawk. After Shanks fights with Mihawk, he gets an insane Haki Bloom that puts him into that realm of being a top tier. Only future side like his dad. Yeah, but that's still like, bro, future side is crazy powerful, bro. Like, why would Usopp ever need to be afraid if he could see the future? If he could see what his opponents are going to do, you know what I'm saying? And then that makes him even more of a deadly sniper because we know he can set up shots to, like, ricochet off stuff and all of that. So, like, what happens when he knows what you're going to do before you can even do it, bro? You're not going to win, especially against a sniper. I feel like Usopp is going to get Ragnar, but I don't know because that kind of seems like Loki's weapon. But it would also make sense for him, bro. Because the hammer flies around. We just see Usopp throwing that thing here and there. Or maybe him and Loki might share it. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. But I believe Elbaf is going to be like, need to see the Admiral that got killed by Zebek. Same. Like, bro. This is how Zebek killed the Admiral, bro. This is how Zebek killed the Admiral, bro. I swear to God, bro. Because this is the only way you could die in One Piece, bro. Not using well. What's your question, King Robbie? I'm gonna call you Robbie. I'm a sinus. Nah, for real. Zebek hit the Admiral with an attack like this, bro. This is I'm gonna make a video about that. This is how homeboy died because no one dies in One Piece, bro. Like for real. And like when people die, bro, this is usually how they go. Like, damn, look, he incinerated this boy. Like he broke his father to pieces, bro. And it's really emotional too. This is Ragnar in hybrid form. It's a massive squirrel, bro. Imagine a Zebek movie from the Flower Room. That would be tough. I wish they would do that, maybe, but we'd have to see. Who do I have winning against who? Yo, Harold was going crazy, bruh. Like all of the if you, bruh. Oops. Yo, Igloo, is that you? Nah, I started to type Luffy crew versus Blackbeard crew. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one. I guess for now I'd really have to say Blackbeard's crew, just because I feel like after Elbaf, the Straw Hats most likely will be strong enough to take them on. But I feel like people like Van Agua, right, and Katarina Devon, I don't feel like there's enough hard counters for them on Luffy's crew. Like, yeah, we have Brook. Okay, so on Luffy's crew, all the actual active combatants, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei, Brook, and Robin. That's who I'll say. We have 6 people who are active combatants, right? And their range is strength. Jinbei, Brook, Robin, they're pretty strong. So I would put them at like Yonko 3-2 commander level. You know what I'm saying? Because Robin did take out Black Maria. But yeah, Van Agua is a big problem because Van Agua was one-shotted Crackers. Like, he was one-shotted Crackers soldiers that like Gear 4 Luffy had a hard time taking down. You know what I'm saying? But Gear 4 Luffy also got stronger. So that's just saying that Cracker is stronger than Doflamingo. So are we saying that characters like Van Agua are stronger than Doflamingo? You know what I'm saying? When you scale it like that, it's kind of like it's kind of like difficult to get because I don't think Brook or Robin or even like maybe Jinbei might be able to take down Crackers soldiers, because I would say Jinbei versus Doflamingo kind of seems like a fair fight because Jinbei had more of a reputation coming on before that, and we know he took out Who's Who, and Who's Who was a member of CP0 or CP9 or one of them, I can't remember. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would say Jinbei is that barrier, and it's like it would go Jinbei, Sanji. Oh yeah, Jinbei is valid. I really like his character too. But we would go like Jinbei, Sanji, Zoro, Luffy, right? And underneath Jinbei, we would put like Brook, Robin, and then Usopp. But Chopper could also fight, but scaling him is hard. You know what I'm saying? You almost cried when he fought Blackbeard. Yeah, I knew he wasn't gonna win that because Blackbeard is a legitimate Yonko, and having 2 double fruit powers is kind of busted as hell. Having 2 double fruit powers really puts him at like a major advantage against most of the other people. When Usopp shot her and left her arm. Now I think Gonko got her memory back when it wasn't when Usopp blew her up. But yeah, even that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't actually know how strong Usopp is at this point because he did technically one-shot Gonko. Let me see. Chapter 155, okay. Let's go back and check that moment real quick, bro. Same with Harold in this chapter. You think so? I don't think it's that simple. Like, no offense to the idea. It's not a bad one at all. But something else triggered Gonko's memory. And I think it was whatever Loki's devil fruit is that helped Harold to regain his consciousness for a minute. Because we didn't explicitly see him blow off the arm. Bruh, oh my goodness, it's not a chapter. Whew. Oh no, we can do me reverse 1 second, Ronja. The things we find scary. Okay, let's check Ronja. Oh yeah, you see, like all here, this was way after it happened. Gonko was folding them for real, bro. Yeah, and then Gaban pulled up. I think Yamato should join too. Where Brooke was also from. No, it was something with Brooke, because Gonko and Brooke are from the same place. Gaban showed up. I thought Yamato should join as well, but she seems like she's just gonna be like an ally in a kind of sense, if you get what I'm saying. I'm not sure. Oh, Gaban was going crazy. Okay, here we go. It was here. Such a weak being. I'm sorry, Elbaf. Daddy. Oh, okay. It was one of the kids crying and screaming daddy. Screaming for their father, bruh. It made Gonko, father, what is this memory? Yeah, and then okay, so you see, it wasn't Usa blowing off the mark, bruh. It was someone triggering the memory, a child screaming for their father, bruh. And then, oh, I didn't even notice this. She started to run for Brooke. And that's when Imu started to take control. And initially, Imu took control of Summers and then completely commandeered Gonko's body because Gonko was slipping. Like, look, you can see right here, it's like something broke out of her mind, bruh. Look at Harold Mark regenerating. Think Oda will tell us. Yeah, wait, where did you see Harold's mark regenerating, bruh? His mark was never regenerating. It was after he stood up there for a while talking to Loki that the mark started to, like, glow again, meaning that Imu's power was coming through. Next thing, he was her dad. I mean, it's possible, but I don't think it's that simple because I feel like Gonko is some sort of world noble. You know what I'm saying? That's why she became a holy knight because, like, from what we've seen, they only allow, like, high-blooded world nobles into their ranks. Oh, yeah, I like the Shonen Jump cover. Like, yeah, if you go here and you look at the fight, Loki never actually touches the mark. It says, like, right, look at right here. Look at this moment. Oh, can you see that? I don't think you can see my screen correctly. I'm going to move it across a little bit so you can. Alright, look at this bottom panel right here, right? You see this is Loki's shadow in his zone form. He's touching the top of Harold's head. And you can see in his silhouette form the hand, the claws over the head here. And then he goes back into his human form. He wheels up Ragnar and we see that Harold has control of his body. Oh yeah, is it that the mark did blow off? It could be that. You could be onto something. Page 13, newest chapter. Yeah, you could be onto something with that. Because as well, he doesn't have his arm here, but the arm comes back. It's influencing my thoughts. Yeah, once the arm heals. So for Harold, it was once the arm re-healed, his mark started to come back. But with Gonko, it was one of the kids crying out to her. It was one of the kids crying out to their father that helped, that helped to, like, re-jog her memory. And from the way we know that the mark influences them too, because it's not like Domi Reversi. It's like influence. Like Harold says that himself. We don't actually see him undergo a transformation. We just see him, like, he starts to act and like Gonko has the third deep sea contract. Not in the future, she's a holy knight in the future. And we see her cast in the Abyss Circle. So, oh, you mean wait. You mean the deep sea contract as in like the third level of the deepest sea contract? We don't know the difference. 2 is already OP. Oh yeah, no, I see what you're saying now. No, for sure you might be onto something. Because I think someone said something about that, like, why don't they just cut off his arm? But like, yeah, it just reheals. And it looks like once he rehealed the mark. And maybe that's what helped with Gonko breaking free. Also, the fact that Usa blew her up completely, it helped to break the chance that she was in. You onto something there, Trader 44. Good catch, bro. For real. Because with Gonko it isn't immediate, but maybe that's because Harold just got his mark. So Shanks cut his arm himself. Well, he let the Sea King do that, but true. But yeah, because Harold just got his mark. So the control that Imu would have over him, it isn't perfect. But Gonko, someone who's been under Imu's influence for centuries, yeah, maybe it will take more of an emotional jolt. Like someone screaming out for their father, her father literally being there, and then having to just regenerate her entire body. The mark would be as powerful as it was. And then it makes sense because, yeah, Shanks cut his mark off completely so that he could never be controlled. Ooh. Might have to make a video on that one, son. Yo, shout out to Trader 44, bro. That was a good catch, bro. Killingham also only got 2 contract. Yeah, Killingham only has the second deepest contract. We don't know if Gonko officially has the third deepest one, but it's not a crazy assumption considering how long she was like a blade of God until Holy Knight, blah, 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 blah. Especially since Harold just died, so they just lost another Holy Knight, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, yo, thank you guys for coming out, watching the chapter, you know, discussing it with me and all that stuff. The mark on Summers' arm is interesting. I think the mark on Summers' arm is the third deep sea contract because, like, when we went back and we watched, you don't think that's the third? I don't know. I think it's the third because initially, when Imu comes to Elbaf, they start speaking out of Summers' body first, then Killingham, and then they fully take over Gonko. It could be because Gonko was slipping the most, so they went with the strongest connection that they had. But I don't know. Tomato, tomato, you know? Anyway, yo, thank you guys for coming out. It's the same from Skypiea, ship from the sky. That just deepens the lore because a lot of these ancient markings could possess power. Because Miss Golden Week, she had an ability that could control people's moods using color. So maybe something could be similar with the markings. I dropped a theory on that on my page when we saw the marking inside Luffy's eyes when he saw Joy Boy's Conquerors. But yeah. Thank you guys for coming out and watching this stream, bro. If you enjoy the content, leave a like if you really like it. Leave a subscribe, and if you hate me, leave a paragraph in the comments. So until then, I just want to say thank you.